Shalom, shalom, and welcome. This is Yashar'al, Living Orders and Commands. It is an end-time series directed to those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Creator. He who gives life and life immeasurably. He who was manifest in the flesh in the person of Yahusha. He who is the beginning and the end. These words are to you, my brothers and sisters. Know this. The power of Isaiah 55:11 is true and real. My name is Symmanayah if you're tuning in for the first time. Today is July 30th, 2015. This segment of Yashar'al Living Orders and Commands is entitled Strangers of Yahusha. Strangers of Yahusha. And I ask the question to you, O listener to these words, who will you recognize as being led by the Spirit of Yahusha? Hear these words, O Yashar'al. Many of you, most of you who are listening to these words, we have never met. I am but a stranger to you, as is you to me. But it is through the Spirit of Yahusha. It is by the power and might. It is by the plan of the Almighty Father. Though we may be strangers to one another, we will come to know one another truly as brothers and sisters. Beyond just words and deeds, we will come as an emerging and awakening nation under the banner of Yashar'al. Both Hebrews and Gentiles grafted together as one by Yahusha Messiah. We will come to know the fullness and what it means to be family, what it means to be a brother, a sister, what it means to be true Yashar'al. My brothers and sisters, hear these words. A storm is coming like never before imagined. Though we have expectations, many of us have not given thought to the characteristics of all that is promised in the scriptures. There will be a gathering from the four corners of the earth. It was as though the Spirit of Yahusha pressed upon me to speak to the children of Yahuwah. It was as though the Spirit of Yahusha emphasized to inform my people, warn my people, says the Spirit of Yahusha, instruct on preparing for what's to come. I must admit, my brothers and sisters, there are no 100% certain rules to follow, ensuring that we can indeed know unequivocally that it is the Spirit of Yahusha speaking, save by the power and might, the drawing power of the Almighty Father. It is important to read, to study, to pray. It is important to be in fellowship. It is important to seek wise counsel. Know this, my brothers and sisters, there are no prophecies that are of any private interpretation, and that the power and might of Isaiah 55:11, the power of the Almighty Father's word, will do what it set out to do. It will not, absolutely not, return to him empty, nor will it return to him void. With these words said, I must press forward in what I am compelled to present before you, O Yashar'al. I know of no other direction to turn. If I was to sleep, to die today, I have had a joyous and loving life and have found favor of which I am very pleased in Yahusha Messiah. But with that said, my brothers and sisters, I press forward, present to you what I am compelled to present, and it is by the Spirit of Yahusha that you will discern any life in any words that I say, if they indeed have set apartness and life in them. Soon and very soon, we will all agree, we who pursue set apartness, that extreme humbling times are before us and will emerge with intensity. Here, O Yashar'al, end-time prophecies will be fulfilled during the lifetime of this generation. We have entered into the Amos sequence, a time to prepare to meet our Maker. We have entered into a time of much discipline and the beginning of vengeance and wrath, whether we believe it or not. What has been promised by the Almighty Father has begun. Hear, O Yashar'al, consider the words of Amos in the 4th chapter, verses 6 through 13. And I have gave you cleanness of teeth in all your cities and lack of bread in all your places. But you did not turn back to me, declares Yahuwah. I ask the question, Have we entered into global famine? Are you aware that food inventories are disappearing, that famine is before us? If not, soon and very soon, you will witness beyond the rise of prices. We will see inventories evaporate regarding food. Amos chapter 4 verse 7 say, I withheld rain from you 3 months before the harvest. Then I would send rain on one city, and on another city I would not send rain. One part was rained upon, and where it did not rain, the part would dry up. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, research what is going on in Brazil, the largest country in South America, regarding drought. Research what is going on in India, the second largest population on this planet, regarding drought. Research what is going on in the United States, west of the Mississippi, regarding drought. Research planetary drought, drought in Australia and across the face of the earth. Pray, my brothers and sisters, where you have prolonged and continual drought, it will prove to be conditions that breed famine, food shortages. Without water, my brothers and sisters, it is impossible for us to live from a natural and practical perspective. Many of you think that when it rains, rain is a good thing all the time. Ask some people east of the Mississippi who are experiencing a deluge of rain. In some cases where there's too much rain, it is killing the food, the produce, the vegetation, the fruit. It is killing them because it is drowning them out. There must be balance, and balance comes at the hand of the Almighty Father. We are beginning to witness our food being reduced, food inventories being reduced as a humbling effect for us to turn back to the Almighty Father. Verse 8, then 2 or 3 cities would wander to another city to drink water, but they were not satisfied. But you did not turn back to me, declares Yahuwah. I have smitten you with blight and with mildew. The creeping locusts devoured your many gardens and your vineyards and your fig trees and your olive trees. But you did not turn back to me, declares Yahuwah. I have sent among you a plague in the way of Mitzrayim. I have slain your young men with a sword along with your captured horses. And I have made the stench of your camps come up into your nostrils. But you did not turn back to me, declares Yahuwah. I have overthrown some of you as the Almighty One overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and you were like a burning stick plucked from the burning. But you did not turn back to me, declares Yahuwah. Who is able to discern and declare that the conditions of famine, drought, pestilence, and disease is rising upon the face of this earth as I speak? Who is able to discern and declare that the conditions of discipline is coming before our very eyes? Who is able to see the similarities of what happened in the Amos 4th chapter, verse 6 through 13, is occurring as I speak? And he goes on to say in the 12th verse, therefore I am doing this to you, O Yashar'al, and because I do this to you, prepare to meet the Almighty One, O Yashar'al. For look, he who forms mountains and creates the wind, and who declares that to man what his thought is, and makes the morning darkness, and who treads the high places of the earth. Yahuwah, the Almighty One of hosts, is his name. I say to you again, my brothers and sisters, who among us is able to declare, to discern, to witness what is going on regarding similarities to the Amos events that occurred in the 4th chapter, verses 6 through 13? Who is able to witness that there is disruption among the mountains as volcanic activity is on the rise? Who is able to discern the characteristics of he who creates the wind, as it mentions in the 13th verse, through the tornadoes, through hurricanes, through jet streams that change the weather patterns across the face of the earth? Who is able to see he who makes morning darkness, when darkness comes before the face of the earth, when storms and dark clouds arise? Who is able to see the activity of the Almighty One, the Almighty Father? I submit to you, we have indeed entered into a season which no man, woman, child, nor beast can stop. Global warming, climate change, drought, famine, pestilence, and disease, wars of many types of diverse nature, and celestial events are along the way regarding extreme planetary conditions. that will become phenomenally intense in the coming of days. We will witness being made mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, and spiritually weak. And in our weakness, my brothers and sisters, we will see a rise in the presence of the Spirit of Yahusha like never before imagined. We have entered in that time where we will witness all that has been promised come to be. There is absolutely no chance of retreating. There is no possibility of causing the plan of the Most High to pause. Here, O Yashar'al, the plan of the Most High Father is unfolding like never before. One of our biggest challenges will be embracing belief. Belief in His words and His instructions and His orders. Belief in what it is that is expected of us. Belief in knowing that He will shape, He will transform, He will perfect, and present to the world an awakening nation. Unbelief will be one of the biggest challenges we face. It will fuel rebellion and disobedience. But there will be the children of obedience who will rise beyond the battles of the flesh. We will find ourselves refined. We will be gathered, and the elements of this planet will bow down and yield before the hand of the Almighty Father. The winds, the sea, all will become calm in due season as our journey, as a pathway opens up for the return of Yashar'al to a promised land, our homeland. Hear, O Yashar'al, those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, who will come to discern the presence of the Spirit of Yahusha working within us, through us, one towards another, and through His chosen leaders. We will witness strangers of Yahusha. Strangers of Yahusha will consist of individuals, me, you, individuals. We do not know each other personally. We may not have ever met each other personally. But we will find that by the power and might of the Spirit of Yahusha, we will come to know each other as brothers, sisters, as family. Strangers of Yahusha, individuals will come together, drawn by the power and might of the Almighty Father. As the Spirit of Yahusha, as Yahusha HaMashiach is lifted up, we will witness all men being drawn to Him. We will know what it means to focus our eyes on Yahusha HaMashiach and receive His instructions and discern what is ordered. Soon, very soon, the identities of the two witnesses will be made known, for I am compelled to believe they will be the last two shepherds of Yashar'al. Yes, as strangers of Yahusha, we will see the two witnesses of Revelation. We will see the chosen leaders of Yashar'al emerge as we begin to be structured in the image which has been foretold in Scripture. We are about to experience favor in many ways, shapes, and forms. We have truly come to know life in many ways by the favor we have found by our Almighty Father. We have faced diverse experiences. We have been indoctrinated in the ways of the heathen as a result of diverse governments and cultures which have ruled this world for centuries. Soon and very soon we will emerge. We will be gathered to the set-apart mountain ordained by the Almighty Father. The greed of man have ushered in the time of vengeance and wrath. The wickedness of man is coming to an end as the return of Yahusha Mashiach draws near. There are promises made by the Almighty Father. Hear, O Yashar'al, our teacher whom the Almighty Father sent, as His set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name will prove what have been written. The life of His words will emanate. They will spring forth like rivers of water, like we have never witnessed before. We will come to see ourselves as participants in a phenomenal time in history. There has never been a time such as unfolding, for the world has never seen 7.2 billion people on it. Nor have we seen end times such as we are witnessing today. Strangers of Yahusha, are you prepared to meet a stranger? Are you prepared to love and embrace a stranger of Yahusha? Are you prepared, studied, prayed up to discern who indeed are the strangers of Yahusha, led by the Spirit of our Mashiach? For we will adjust We will adapt and we will rise up in unity. Pray and watch. We will rise up as a mighty nation that was once hidden due to our disobedience. Hear, O Yashar'al, structure and discipline will come. Know this, my brothers and sisters, there will be those who will fulfill, regrettably, the falling away. There will be many who will be overtaken with unbelief. There will be weeping and much pain ahead for many. Yashar'al, O Yashar'al, we will be refined and forged as a blazing sword, representing the word, the living word of the Almighty One. We will come to fulfill the final exodus. We will come to fulfill facing sleep as martyrs, death as martyrs. There will be many people from diverse cultures with diverse habits and different languages brought together as one by Yahusha Mashiach. Our paths will be made straight. During the extreme humbling times ahead, fresh air, fresh water, food, and safety will be the foundation of many things that are necessary in our refinement, in our structure, and in getting the world's attention to the set-apart people of Yahuwah. More so directing them in attention to the Almighty Father. Cataclysmic conditions are unfolding and soon will reach our doorsteps. Knees will bow and prayers will go up with intensity, seeking to respond as a sense of urgency rise among us, seeking to discover the living orders and commands from the Almighty Father. Who am I but a man who have come to embrace the Almighty Father Yahuwah and understand that it is He who manifests His word, Himself in the person of Yahusha Messiah, to demonstrate not only the opportunity to receive life immeasurably, but to be a participant, to be one with Him. I, Symmanayah, a servant of Yahusha, one who is committed to doing the will of the Almighty Father, I can only speak as I believe I am compelled to present to you, O Yashar'al. Each of us must seek the Spirit of Yahusha in order to discern the life in any words that is presented so that we will know whether it is set apart, unequivocally, without doubt. Believe it or not, as living orders and commands emerge, we will face what many will call a response to the make me attitude. Yes, we may not say that all the time, but our stubbornness, our stiff neck echoes the sentiments of make me do a thing. I assure you, those who will fulfill the final exodus, those who will be martyrs for Yahusha's sake, the Almighty Father will indeed make us. He will humble us. He will discipline us as He has promised in Hebrews 12th chapter and Revelation 3:19. Attitudes that represents a reflection of the actions of a make-me position will be laid waste. Believe it or not, the Almighty Father has promised that His plan will come to be. Every woman, man, or child will come to experience witnessing what has been foretold since the days of old. Things are not going to occur as we expect or as we think we perceive. The awesome plan of the Most High Father will shock the world, including those who are pursuing set-apartness with fervor, with intensity. Yes, we will be surprised. We will be shocked. We will become overwhelmed. But do not be afraid, for there will be comfort in knowing and understanding. There will be comfort in discerning what must and will be done. Comfort will come, and as we move from being strangers of Yahusha to the children of obedience, fulfilling end-time prophecies, gathered from the four corners of the earth, strangers of Yahusha will come to know each other in unity. Pray. Pray some more. Study. Pray again. Seek wise counsel. Pray some more. Seek to discern. Pray some more. And seek to listen, to hear, to see clearly, and respond accurately. For the days are soon ahead when intense times will be before us, and we will face what is expected of us. Strangers of Yahusha, we will come together in unity. Strangers of Yahusha, we will come to discern and obey the living orders and commands from our living Mashiach, our living Messiah, Yahusha Messiah, as His Spirit rises up in us, through us, one towards another, and through His chosen leaders. Strangers of Yahusha, prepare to embrace unity in spirit and in deed, as we come to discern and know how to measure a day. Strangers of Yahusha, prepare. We will come to know how to guard the Shabbat correctly. Recognize the purpose and definition of a new moon, as well as the set-apart feast times. Strangers of Yahusha, the structure and order ordained, written by the Almighty Father regarding an awakening nation, Yashar'al, will prove to reflect the sovereignty of Yahusha, our Mashiach. Strangers of Yahusha, be mindful, my brothers and sisters. There's a difference between good intentions and set-apart obedience. Proof is coming. Awaken, my brothers. Awaken, my sisters, to a transformation that will move us from being strangers of Yahusha to being united as one, working as one, as a sovereign nation directed by the Spirit of Yahusha. Marching as one in Yahusha by the orders of the Almighty Father. In the name of Yahusha, we will come to know the realities of what is being presented before us, what is expected of us, and what we will find ourselves accomplishing. Who is able to discern the life in these words? Time will tell. Proof is coming. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, listening to these words, I pray that each of us will be able to endure until the very end. Until next time, continue to pursue set-apartness like never before, for there will not, absolutely not, be any rewind buttons. Until next time, my family. Shalom, shalom, shalom.